Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I promise to only take up a few minutes of your time, but I'm so glad you're here. The U.S. Supreme Court just finished their ruling in Mahmoud versus Taylor. Their ruling was parents in the state of Maryland have the right to opt their child out of any curriculum that goes against their religious beliefs or their religious expressions. So the U.S. Supreme Court is siding with the First Amendment rights of parents here and making sure that they have the right in the final say-so where it comes to what is presented in the curriculum and how it affects their religious standpoints. Now, this is only in Maryland at the moment. Here in New York State, the New York State Department of Education has released their own response to the U.S. Supreme Court ruling. And please note, it is the opinion of the State Education Department. It is not my opinion. It is not the school district's opinion. It is not a reflection of my views. It is the State Education Department's views. But I am linking it below because I think it's important that you have access to read both a summary of that U.S. Supreme Court case and a summary of the New York State Education Department's guidelines. No matter what your beliefs or views are, I do think it's very important that as caregivers, parents, stakeholders, community members, and faculty, we are all aware of what is happening within our education system currently. So here in New York State, the takeaways that I am hoping that you will gather from this document from New York is that they are focusing their respect on all religions, on all cultural diversities, on clear and transparent communications, on making sure that it's a safe, inclusive learning environment for all children, that it's equal and accessible for everyone. And that is the main takeaway I want you to gather from that. And I'm going to tell you how that ties in with us here in Buffalo. So in Buffalo, we have, if you're not familiar with it, we have our CLRI curriculum, our Culturally Linguistic Responsive Initiative curriculum. That's big fancy phrasing, an acronym for our curriculum that celebrates culture, it celebrates community, it celebrates diversity and heritage. And each month there is a few lessons that celebrate that month's holidays, that month's events. It has a PowerPoint, a little video, maybe a story or a song. It has an activity to allow your children to make real world connections with both themselves and the greater world as a whole. The whole purpose of these lessons is so they can learn more about the diverse people around them. They can learn more about our community. They can learn more about being empathetic, and they can learn more about treating people fairly and with equity. So they are learning how to be good, well-rounded citizens, which is ultimately all of our goal. Now, that being said, the curriculum is all available online. If you did not know that, you could go online right now and see every single topic, every single lesson, every single thing a teacher uses to teach with. And please note on there, it does say that teachers have the right to take what they need to from this, adopt it correctly to their classroom, to their students, to the nature of their lesson. So it is not a word-by-word script in any way, shape, or form. But I am encouraging you this summer while you are home and in light of recent Supreme Court legislation to please take the time to go online and look through this curriculum. Now, we know as of right now, there are no opt-outs for core subjects for math and English, but if there are questions or concerns about this curriculum, any curriculum, but particularly this curriculum, I would love to sit with you. I would love to chat. I would love to go through this. We are going to cover these topics at family nights. Welcome back. PDs with my staff. You're going to get a monthly newsletter that covers what each topic is with a little thing there, with a brief little synopsis. So if you don't have time to go online, and look through it all, don't worry. We're going to continue to inform you and educate you about what we are teaching your children about. And as a parent, if it goes against your religious beliefs, if it goes against a value or a moral, if you have a question or a concern, please come and see me. Please say something to your child's teacher as the year will be starting in a few weeks. Please bring this to our attention. My goal as administration is to develop other enriching activities that your child can complete during this 20 or 30-minute lessons if you choose to opt them out. But right now, I would just like us all to take the time to celebrate our individuality, celebrate our things that make us unique, and celebrate the end goal of equality, of inclusion, of wanting the best for our children. So I'm asking you to look at all of this curriculum options with an open mind, to come into our conversations with a respectful tone, a respectful manner, with that same open mind and that same communication. And I promise you, you will receive the same from me in return. And while I do not know what legislation will look like in the next few months or the next year federally, or what may we be adopting on a state level or local level, what I do know is here in my school building at a school level, I want to promote a culture where we are all respected, we are all heard, and your children can ultimately come to school and learn to be their best self every day. So thank you for your efforts. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for taking the time to look through all of these curriculum initiatives and letting me know if you have any questions or concerns. Again, this isn't the last time you'll be hearing from me on this. This is just a quick synopsis, introduction, but I look forward to ongoing dialogue, ongoing communication, ongoing efforts from both sides, and I look forward to another great, successful school year as your building leader. Thank you so much.